Okay, guys, I'm at Jollibee having what is probably going to be my last meal at Jollibee. Um, I might be here
I
tomorrow, but
started
let's
this
pretend this is my last
video
meal. Today I got the
to
chicken
be
wings. It's their spicy fried chicken,
something to show
French
you
fries, and
guys
a Coke.
my transition from Vietnam back to China. For those of you who hasn't kept up with what's going on, I fled China during the beginning stages of the coronavirus. I didn't see any reason to stick around when things were getting bad, when I could just go to the beach. I didn't take a vacation this year during Spring Festival, so I had some money saved up. So I decided to come to Cambodia and Vietnam. And finally got the message from China that things had gotten better and that it was okay to come back. So I had planned to leave the beach town I was at in Vietnam on Saturday and head back to China. And I wanted to get some shots of the town I'd been staying in these last few weeks before I left. So these are some of the shots that I got that I put together. And I'm walking around town in this part. I was just walking around and telling you how great it's been, and I'm on my way back. Um, I forget exactly what I was saying in this part. But it was a cute town. I don't want to go too far off topic here. But as you can see, it's a cute little town. It's a tourist town. Nobody's in it right now because of coronavirus, but it was really a cool little town to be in. I enjoyed it. Um, there were plenty, when you're traveling in Asia, there's always little temples that you'll find here and there, and they're usually pretty cool to go in and look at it. So I wanted to get some shots of that. Um, there's some kind of statue there. Um, but I was putting this video together, and at that point, I just wanted to show you the town, and then I was going to show you the great trip. I had a trip planned back on the train. I was going to take the train up to Hanoi, maybe a night in Hanoi, and then back over the border. My visa for Vietnam is running out. It's finished on the 1st, so I have to be out by then, but it didn't seem like that was going to be a problem. So more walking around, me talking. Oh, there's some great food scenes there. There's little sidewalk restaurants are all over the place in Vietnam. I mean, we have them in China too. We do them at night. Barbecue stands, but they take it a little more seriously. I think in Vietnam, there's like whole restaurants out on the sidewalk. Sidewalk is not for walking, by the way. It's probably not good to refer to it as a sidewalk in Vietnam because you don't walk on it. You park your cars on it. You set up your restaurant on it. Park your bikes mainly on it. People walk in the street. Actually, they don't walk much at all. They just hire a bike, or they have their own bike, moped or scooter, sort of thing. This is the beach. Since it's night, it wasn't a great shot, but this is what I was getting that last night that I was there. Although I didn't expect it to be the last night. I actually thought I had till Saturday. I should say, I'm putting this video together on Friday, because I left a day early. And that, I think, is coming up. But I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek. I think it was this night that I'm shooting this. A little later than this, I got back and went to bed early, and a friend, after I was already asleep, sent me a notice from China. They had put out a bulletin that they would be shutting down the borders on March 28th, that's Saturday, midnight March 28th, which did not work well with my plans. There I am waking up the next morning. Everything seemed normal. beautiful morning. It was gorgeous every day there. Wasn't the biggest beach resort. I can see why people don't travel around the world to stay at this place. There's my room. Wanted to get a shot of it before I left. Really nice room. Nice balcony. Yeah, I see why people don't travel around the world to come. Alright, I just cut my explanation, since I'm giving the explanation now, out of the video. The rest of what I'm shooting is on my way to the airport. So I got the message that China was going to be shutting down the borders, and at first I thought there was no way I could get back. And then I realized I could fly to Hanoi and then just take a cab, which was not cheap, but take a cab to the border, which is what I did. Let me pause now too to say the end of this video. I'm not going to fix it because it's just been a long day. But I put to be continued because I thought I would be posting this before I knew what the outcome of this whole thing was. But I do, and I'm going to tell you the outcome before this is over because it's not cute anymore. Okay, so I got a flight. I ended up getting an extremely cheap flight to Hanoi, which, less than $30. Not after I had to pay for luggage, because, it was a discount airline. But still, even with luggage, it was less than $50. So that was good. So I got a flight to Hanoi, and we touched down before 6 o'clock. I grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then booked a cab to the border. And I was afraid it would be difficult to find a cab for a 3-hour ride, but in fact, somebody snatched it up really quick, so that's good. I think it means it's easy, to get around. But anyway, this is me at the airport that I left from. I had a long ride to the airport there too, because the one in the town I was staying at didn't have any flights, so I had to take a 2-hour cab ride from the beach to get to an airport with flights. But the flight was cheap, so that's the upside of that. So unfortunately, getting in at 3 o'clock just was not good enough. So I did. What did I say? Getting in at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. I have to say, this has been a long day. And here's what makes it even worse. After all this, the flight up to Hanoi and the cab to the border looked like it had been closed for quite some time. Maybe it was open today, but I mean, it just there was nobody there. There were nobody leaving. We didn't get there just in time. We were there before midnight, which is what the press release said. I asked my boss Frank to check. I asked him repeatedly to check to see if I was going to be able to get across the border, and he did not do that apparently. So this is where I ended up. I'm stuck on the Vietnamese side of the border, in a little hotel, about 10 kilometers from the border in a town. The room's not so bad. Don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't really have any clue what options are available to me, so I guess I'll be putting my thinking cap on tomorrow. I also want to apologize for this being such a self-indulgent post at a time when I know things are hard in the U.S. and things are bad and getting worse. Today was also the day that the infection totals in the U.S. passed China's infection totals. So my thoughts are with you guys. I hope that things get better there. Yeah, we can all get through this, I think. So good luck to all of us. I'll post again when I know something.